You know that feeling, right? You go to the store, you need that one specific thing, and the shelf is totally bare. It's so frustrating. But what feels like a personal inconvenience is actually just the tiny, visible tip of a massive, and I mean massive, global challenge.
Yeah, it can feel like the universe is personally conspiring against your dinner plans. But the real reason that shelf is empty is a fascinating, high-stakes problem that every single company has to solve every single day.
And that balancing act has a name: inventory management. It's this silent, invisible force that dictates whether your favorite cereal is in stock, whether a hospital has the life-saving gear it needs, or if that new phone you ordered can actually show up tomorrow.
So what is it really? Well, at its core, it's all about knowing exactly what you have, trying to predict what you're going to need, and then keeping everything at a level that is, you guessed it, just right.
And this, right here, is the heart of what we call the Goldilocks problem. The risks are just huge on both sides. I mean, if you have too much stock, your cash is all tied up, you're bleeding money on storage, and stuff can spoil or just go out of style. But if you have too little, whoa, you lose sales, you get angry customers, and you can literally bring an entire factory to a grinding halt. It's this constant tug of war between waste and want. So to solve this epic problem, two major philosophies popped up, basically on opposite ends of the spectrum. Let's break them down. Okay, so on one side, you've got just in case, or JIC. Think of this as the push system. It's all about being prepared, right? Stockpiling for a rainy day. But on the other side, you have just in time, or JIT. This is a pull system. It's like a perfectly choreographed logistical ballet where you only order what you need and it arrives exactly when you need it. It is the absolute peak of efficiency. And this is where the trade-offs get crystal clear. JIC gives you flexibility for when things get weird, making sure you almost never run out. But JIT is the lean, mean ideal. It cuts waste and frees up a ton of cash. But here's the catch. It's incredibly fragile. Remember the 2011 tsunami in Japan? It crippled global car manufacturing because just a few key suppliers of tiny little parts got knocked offline. The whole system just collapsed. So the big takeaway here is that neither one of these is a magic bullet. For decades, that super efficient just-in-time model was honestly more of a dream than a reality for most places. The level of coordination it needed was just impossible. And then, technology completely changed the game. It all happened in waves. First, you get the barcode in the 70s, which gave every single product its own unique fingerprint. Then, computers hit the mainstream in the 80s, giving us a place to actually store all that data. And finally, cloud software in the 2000s connected everything, giving businesses this God's eye view of their entire stock for the very first time. The days of closing a store for a week just to count every single item by hand, they were over. Perpetual inventory was here, and the impact was nothing short of revolutionary. Suddenly, businesses could automate their tracking, get real-time data on what was selling, and spot trends they never ever could have seen before. This software revolution is what finally made that just-in-time dream not just possible, but actually practical on a global scale. But wait, the story doesn't end there. If software gave us a clear view of the present, artificial intelligence is now giving us a stunningly clear window into the future. So, take a grocery giant like Kroger. They're using AI to get this crystal clear picture of what's on every single shelf, in every store. But it's not just counting. The AI is analyzing weather forecasts, local holidays, even social media buzz to predict a sudden run on, say, hot dog buns. Keeping those shelves full and slashing waste is pretty incredible. And then you have Walmart. This quote right here just captures the new level of ambition. The goal is perfection, never, ever be out of stock. But since perfection is tough, when it does happen, AI steps in to make the smartest possible substitution for your online order. So how well does that actually work? Well, the customer acceptance rate for Walmart's AI-powered substitutions is over 95%. Think about that. That's a mind-blowing number. It shows the AI understands what we want, maybe sometimes even better than we do. And this is what it actually looks like on the ground. A monumental global logistics operation now being fine-tuned not just by people and software, but by predictive algorithms that are making millions of tiny decisions every single second. And get this, it's not just about reacting anymore. Now, companies like Kellogg's are using AI to predict that a product is going to go out of stock 2 weeks from now. That gives them plenty of time to adjust things and restock before you, the customer, even realized there was a problem brewing. So, where does all this leave us?
Do we pick the ruthless efficiency of just in time or the cautious security of just in case? Well, turns out the answer is both.
Yeah, the future isn't about choosing one philosophy over the other. It's about using all this incredible data to create a smart, flexible, hybrid model that applies the right strategy to the right product at exactly the right time. And here's the beautiful logic behind it. You analyze your inventory. For those vital, super popular products, you build in a just-in-case safety buffer because you absolutely cannot afford to run out. But for the less popular, more niche items, you use a super lean just-in-time model to stay efficient. It's truly the best of both worlds, resilience and efficiency, all powered by data. Which brings us to one last kind of wild thought. We started with the simple frustration of an empty shelf. But as AI gets scarily good at predicting not just what the market wants, but our own individual desires, could that empty shelf and that out-of-stock sign itself just become a relic of the past? Something we might one day have to explain to our kids? I guess only time will tell.